Valuable resource for us. One Stop's been terrific to work with, and he takes great pride in his work.
We've gotten bigger as we've expanded through the western United States, and the One Stop has supplied us with entry-level employees with skill sets that we could not find out in the open market without interviewing for weeks.
Our business, Help at Home Senior Care, provides non-medical in-home care for the elderly. The One Stop Career Center has helped us recruit qualified caregivers to help them in their home. We encourage other companies to take advantage of the One Stop Career Center. It's really helped our business.
Take me down to the river.
Hello and welcome to the award-winning cafe community. We're so glad you could join us. I'm your host, Cheryl Noble. Tonight we take a look at three very different resources that are all on a mission of rescue efforts of some sort. A bit later, we'll hear from Sammy's friends and their efforts to save our animals from the shelter and find them forever homes. Also on our program, Coalition for a Drug-Free Nevada County. And they're trying to save our youth from underage drinking and substance abuse. And in just a moment, my first guest volunteers with the Red Cross, and we know they're on the rescue and disaster front on many different levels these days. So we have a very good to know and informative program for you tonight. We're glad you can be with us. Let's get started. As I mentioned, my first guests are volunteers with our local chapter of the Red Cross. On my left is Kimberly Pruitt. On her left is Kathleen Wood. And on her left is Steve Baker, no stranger to cafe community. And they're all volunteers with our local chapter of the Red Cross. Hello and welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. There's a lot to cover. So, Steve, let's talk with you very briefly about what our local chapter's been up to. Give us an update and what's going on.
Okay, well, Red Cross, as usual, is helping prevent, respond to those types of things, prepare for disasters. In the last 2 months, we've had, number one, we had a huge Heroes event. We have a lot of heroes right here in our own county, and you'll be hearing about that.
Hearing about that.
But we had the Golden Guardian exercise that we were involved with. The Golden Guardian exercise is something that's done statewide, and we were engaged. We were in the emergency response center with the county people, and it was an example. The situation was, the scenario is that we have a tremendous amount of rain that had come down. This is a probable event too, and we had 4,000 to 5,000 people expected to be evacuating up into the foothills, and we had to somehow accommodate them
to escape the flood waters.
Right. And it's quite a trick to provide shelter and food and whatever the needs are of a population that's in dire
need. And that
need.
exercise was just held last month, and a collaborative effort from various agencies.
That's right. The agencies were primarily, at least what I saw at they call it the EOC, where all this is happening, was county stuff. But then we had the interface with state level.
Sure.
Because at one point they threw different things at us. We had something went bad in the food, and an enormous number of people, some of the shelters were sick. We had to respond to that. We had power outages, we had water outages, we had to move populations from one shelter to another one.
All kinds of worst case scenarios, I guess.
So it gives us the practice.
To be prepared.
And when somebody comes up here, it's not just people. We will have animals, large and small, also coming up here, and we have to put them somewhere.
Right.
We have to have the logistics to support all of this, and so that was the exercise. Yeah. And then we've had regular responses in the last couple months, as we do every month, to fires, single-family fires, wildfires, just a variety of things. And of course, we're teaching CPR all the time, first aid. We had some people deploy, as in right here, to the Midwest where the tornado-stricken areas were, and you'll be hearing about that. So a lot of activity in the last 2 months, and of course we always need volunteers. So become a volunteer.
We've got a number up if somebody is interested and wants to get more involved. But we'll move on with you, Kathleen. You've been with the Red Cross for 6 years now. You've seen a lot, I'm sure, and tell us some of your involvement and your recent deployment.
Yeah, I've been with Red Cross 6, 7 years. I first joined when Katrina hit. And so I went down there. That was my first experience, and what an experience. But I just recently came back from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and you know, I find being with Red Cross a really rewarding experience. It's very difficult to talk about, but when you're standing there in all the devastation and the heartbreak, and I'll try not to start crying. But
it is hard,
when you're
I'm
standing
sure.
amidst all of that, but there's this feeling of love and compassion,
Reaching
and
out, helping.
people just bending over backwards,
Right.
and it doesn't matter what color you are, what religion you are, how much money you have.
It's all about helping.
Everything's about helping. And I was just telling Kimberly, it kind of reminds me of back at 9/11 when all the country pulled together.
Sure.
And that's what it's like when you're out on one of these. And we do things here in town. We do single family fires. And our community is wonderful, Nevada County, because the
compassionate.
same exact thing. We get people reaching out and helping. And but we need more volunteers. I do what's called it's the disaster action team, and so we have that here in the county where we are on call 24/7 to go out and
Be ready at any time.
At any time. I've got my car packed all the time. And so we're there to go out, but we need more volunteers. We really do, because it's an ongoing, thing.
Yeah.
So
Well, and speaking of the volunteers who are part of the Red Cross, Kimberly, this goes to you with the recognition of those who have made a difference in our community, the heroes of our community. Tell us about them and the program that was just in their honor.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the volunteers because I know what they do. If there's a fire in the community, they're the first ones there, oftentimes before law enforcement and before the fire protection get there.
That's
so
interesting.
The dedication of these volunteers is just unbelievable. The Heroes event we just had was absolutely amazing. I feel very blessed to be able to have been a part of it. Basically what we did was we looked to the community for nominations for community real heroes. The Red Cross puts on this event every year in the different communities. In Northeastern California, they did 4 events this year, Yuba City,
wow.
all over. And
How many categories? I mean, how many heroes were nominated?
We had 12 categories.
12 categories,
We
okay.
had several heroes that were nominated, and we had a panel of community leaders who selected the final heroes. And the stories are just amazing. I mean, if it were up to me, I would probably choose all 30 of the people nominated.
Hard. They all deserve an award.
Just
right?
very heartwarming. We had a little boy from Penn Valley who saved his brother's life from drowning. He's a Boy Scout. Couple of house fire, a young man over in Eschaton who saved a lady's life from a house fire. And just all kinds. Dr. Newsom from the hospital. We just had, and we also honored Cindy Maple from Hospitality House for her humanitarian work. So it was just very heartwarming and amazing to see the community come together. We had several sponsors. The union was actually our biggest sponsor, and they did a wonderful full-page
Right. I remember that.
story.
It was in May.
Yeah, in May. And the money that we raised from the event, we raised $12,000, and that all goes to our local disaster relief teams
Which
and programs. So it was a wonderful event, and I can't thank the community enough for coming together and helping with it.
Well, we're out of time, and we got to touch on just a few things, and the stories are touching. Steve, thank you for your service, and Kathleen, thank you so much. Kimberly, for your service to our community. It is needed, the Red Cross. What would we do without you? So thank you so much for coming on and taking the time, and please volunteer 673-1460. So that wraps up our first segment. We're going to take a break to bring on our second guest. Stick around.
Hey, Kat.
Cafe community fans, over the weekend was the inaugural Nevada Senate Adult Soapbox Derby, and I was here with Touchdown Productions and NCTV to capture all the highlights. And so if you didn't get a chance to come out or you want to watch them again, here are a few highlights for you to see.
Hi, my name is Mark Hall, and my entry is Creative Coopmobile, because my business is Creative Coops, and so that's what we've built, is a chicken coop on wheels.
Okay, we're back. A little fun from the weekend. As you just saw, the debut of the Adult Soapbox Derby, which was really absolutely incredible. And NCTV will be playing the program again, the entire replay of the event coming up on a program. So you got to check video on demand on the website, NevadaCountyTV.org. And right now, my second guest, I'm so glad when Friends of Cafe Community come back on the program. It just makes it so great. And my second guests are with the Coalition for a Drug-Free Nevada County. On my left is Shelley Rogers, Program Coordinator, and on her left, Lynn Skruckert, who is the Youth Outreach Coordinator. So welcome back to the program.
Thank you so much for having us
again. You're welcome. There's always such great, wonderful, positive events going on and efforts. So, Shelley, let's start with you, a little overview of what the Coalition, the latest things that are going on, and take it away.
Sure. Well, we have been up to quite a bit at the Coalition. Just kind of in general, the Coalition, for anybody that doesn't know, is that it's a coalition made up of people in the community, organizations, all sectors of the community. Youth is a very active sector with NEO and a lot of the youth in the community that are involved in creating events and law enforcement and parents.
Various agencies and
various agencies. Mm-hmm. And so we all kind of partner to do prevention activities and campaigns in the community to make our community a safe and healthy place for youth and for us.
And you've got a big meeting that's open to everybody in the community to come and hear about your campaigns and upcoming programs. The quarterly meeting is coming up?
Right. Every quarter we have a meeting where we kind of invite the whole
just adjusting your
community.
Mic. There you go.
Okay.
Now we can hear
Is
about
that better?
the meeting.
Okay. Yeah. Every quarter we have a meeting where we invite the whole community to come and find out what we've been up to. And so there's some really great reasons to come to this meeting that's coming up July 7th 3 o'clock at the Elks, the Grass Valley
Okay.
Elks is where the meeting is going to be.
It's open to everybody, the community.
Open to everyone in the community, and come and be educated. We're going to do a report on the recent alcohol and drug indicators report.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to report on the findings of that. It's so
information.
come
and
and see where our community ranks in terms of alcohol and drug abuse.
Wow.
And you can learn about the Nevada County Committed campaign, which Lynn's going to talk about a little bit more too.
Yeah, I do know. I was reading that statistics that the majority of youth find it easy to get alcohol. So, Lynn, tell us about your efforts with NEO, the youth program of the coalition.
Yeah, alcohol is definitely the #1 abused drug by teenagers and young people. And so we're launching a new campaign as part of the coalition and NEO that's called Nevada County Committed. And so the campaign will focus on encouraging adults to not serve alcohol to minors, and also encouraging young people to make the choice to be alcohol free. And so it's a new campaign that we're just getting up and going and launching. And for anyone who's interested in that, they can go to our website and take the pledge to not serve alcohol to minors. So you could go to drugfreenevadacounty.org.
Are these businesses that can get behind this too and take the pledge?
Yes,
or what level can they get
can.
involved in?
Everyone is welcome to. So there's a sort of a comment space on the pledge where you could say who you're pledging for. And so you're pledging for as an individual, or you could even state that you're pledging for a business. And especially businesses that sell alcohol would be a really great way for them to commit to not selling alcohol to minors. That would be really important.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Yeah. And then we have a lot of NEO events.
Activities.
Yeah, our youth
we just
activities.
saw some pictures.
Yes.
I got to ask. I think we already saw it, the hippie dance,
Hippie
which
dancing
is on
right.
Mondays.
Yeah, it's every Monday night. So actually tonight, right after I leave here, I'll be heading over there. So
And where's that?
It's at Pioneer Park next to the band shell. The Nevada County Concert Band practices there every Monday night, and we go out and we dance around and dress up in tie-dye and just have fun and be goofy, and people of all ages are welcome to come. We've had as young as 2 and all the way up to 70 out there dancing with us. And so it's a really fun event. It's totally free, and it's in the park, and it's always nice and cool in the evenings when we're there.
Great.
It's from 6:30 to 9 every Monday night through August 8th.
Through August, okay.
Yeah.
And then now starting are the Thursday night markets that you've been involved in before, a big involvement.
Yeah, this will be our 4th year at the markets. And so we host a teen section at the markets every Thursday night, and that's from 6 to 9:30, and we're located on South Auburn Street in the parking lot next to Packard Carpet. And we have 2 to 3 bands a night, a DJ every night, hip-hop dancers. We have all kinds of entertainment and activities, and this year we're launching new themes that we'll be hosting each night. So one night
each of the Thursday nights.
Okay. Yeah, and so one night will be a Love is Louder campaign, which is a suicide and depression awareness, and one night will be Beautiful in Every Curve, which is hosted by a local girl named Shannon, who its focuses on stopping bullying and learning to love yourself and having a positive body image. And so we have kind of some fun themes throughout the
And you're going to start Thursday, June 30th, and then how long does, through September 1st?
Through September 1st, yep.
You know, and it's really, this is really amazing what they do. It's a lot of work. They have a lot of youth that volunteer. They're setting up stages, they're setting up each night of activities, and there are so many of them there, and they're all doing this just to create a healthy and safe place for kids to come and hang out and do positive things. And, you know, what we do know is that summertime is a risky time for teens. And it's a time that...
And they're always looking for more activity. They have more downtime. They need...
It's true.
Activities and structure.
Exactly. That's one of why we started NEOs, because we always heard kids saying that they think other young people are doing drugs because there's nothing else to do. So we really focus on providing those healthy alternatives to drug and alcohol use.
Right. Well, by the look of the pictures that we saw from past events, there's a great participation, a number of youth getting involved.
Yeah, we have a lot of
So you're reaching out and making a difference, and I see now I'm getting the wrap up for this segment too. Where does the time go to? Just get into it. Well, good work with the summer activities and the come Thursday night markets and get involved. Looking for something to do, or if you want to help set up, I'm sure there's always things to do, or just check them out. You can call 273-7956. And a lot going on. The Committed. What was that again?
The Committed campaign.
The Committed campaign. Go to the website, drugfreenevadacounty.org.
Take the pledge.
Take the pledge.
Uh-huh.
Lynn?
And see NEO for the calendar of events, calendar of summer events.
The website has it all.
Yeah.
Lynn and Shelley, thank you so much. And
Thank
you for
you.
your services and good work. All right.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Cheryl.
We are going to take our second break. Stick around. We've got another guest to bring up.
Hi, my name is Melissa Missler. I'm the owner of M3 Mall, and I'm really excited about the opportunity to invite you to an upcoming fundraiser that we're having at Insight Imaging here in Grass Valley. The fundraiser is actually to benefit the Sierra Nevada Community Health Plan. You can come out for mammograms for $175, makeovers for just $15, and the purchase of any cosmetic that night will actually go to benefit our fundraiser. We're very excited to co-sponsor this event. It's M3 Mall, Insight Imaging, the Grass Valley Chamber of Commerce, and KNCO, combining a collaboration for this fabulous one-night event. If you can't make it to the event, you can still help the fundraiser by doing all of your shopping online. And that website is www.marketamerica.com/SNCHP. So whether you're shopping from Starbucks or Staples or Target, you can shop online and benefit your local fundraiser and community health plan. We do hope to see you. Please RSVP on Facebook at M3 Mom. There's more information there, and we hope to see you soon.
We are back, and it's down to just the two Cheryls. We really went from a big first segment to the two, and then now my special guest for my third segment is Cheryl Wicks. She is the founders of Sammy's Friends. Now the Nevada County Animal Shelter is called the Sammy's Friends, taking over the management. So welcome to the program.
Thank you, Cheryl. It's good to be here.
And congratulations on 1 year of management with the animal shelter.
Thank you. It's been a big, big, big year.
Yes,
Yeah.
a makeover and all of that.
And we've taken in 700 more animals this year than any time in the past 10
You're
years.
kidding.
No, it's astonishing how many animals we've taken in. I think it's the economy, people losing their homes, their jobs, and they leave their animals behind. It's we had no idea.
Oh, yeah. Why did, just as the contract got signed, probably.
Right, exactly. We would have signed it anyway, even if we had
sure.
known. But it's been really a hectic year.
Yes, but a lot of positive efforts, not just a makeover with the shelter, but volunteer help and getting the awareness. I just feel like there's ramped up efforts because there is such a big need now.
Yeah, we're just rocking and rolling every single day from sun up till sundown. And a lot of enthusiasm. We have like 100 volunteers. We have a great staff in this community. I just love the community. They're just, I don't know. People help us so much. It's just unbelievable how much help we get.
Right.
And we truly, truly couldn't do this without the community.
Oh, these poor animals. This weekend is an important event, the 8th annual Adopt-a-thon. To try to rescue and find forever homes for them. Tell us about that event. And we have the poster somewhere that we're going to roll along with the photos. So tell us about the Saturday.
So this coming Saturday, which is June 25th, from noon till 4, we're having an Adopt-a-thon out at the shelter, which is 14647 McCourtney Road. It's 2.8 miles past the fairgrounds, if people know where that is. If people have questions, we're at 471-5041, and we will be having all of our shelter animals up for adoption. We'll give them baths and get them all dressed up and make them real pretty, so they'll be even more desirable than they usually are. We'll also have the other local rescues like Animal Save, Pound Puppy Rescue, Scooters Pals. They'll be out there also. We'll be having a raffle, which are donations from various local people that have donated baskets and various things that we're going to raffle off. We're having Lazy Dog ice cream. That's usually a big attracting feature.
Yeah.
We'll have food, We'll have jewelry.
And puppies, cats and puppies
yes,
and cats.
Yes, we'll have lots and lots of animals, and come on out and see us. And we're not arm twisters, so even if somebody's just curious, wants to see what the shelter looks like,
sure,
check out the animals
and see what improvements have been done in that.
We don't try to make anybody adopt anything they don't want.
Sometimes I think even if they're not looking for an animal, it's good to get plugged in and connected. You never know when a neighbor might be looking, or a family member, or somewhere down the road you do want to. Just being connected with that resource is important.
It's also interesting what people sometimes think they want, and when they get there they meet an animal, it's nothing like what they thought they want.
There you go.
And they go home. One day I had a lady call me all the way from Tahoe. She said, I want a Malamute. And I said, well, we have a Husky mix. She said, oh, that's all right. I'll come over anyway. She left for the Hound Pit Bull mix.
Oh, my gosh. And it's true. You have to. It's like shopping for a car. You go.
Yeah, you have to have the experience and the connection.
You do a little research first, and you kind of have a wish list. And then when you go to see the merchandise and the inventory, your heart gets captured by something else.
Right, because it's the personality. It's not just a picture somewhere. Also, if people want to just look at our animals, we're on petfinder.com, Sammy's Friends at Nevada County Animal Shelter. Sometimes people work all the time. They're really, really busy. They can go to the website at midnight if they want, see what's on there. And if they see a cat or a dog they'd really like to have, then they can make the time to come out to the shelter. And we try to get everything on there really quickly, so all of our animals are up there. So that's a good resource, too.
Yes, I know a lot of people that we're so web-oriented these days, and so that's a good way to start looking for your forever pal and get the wheels in motion for it. I wanted to talk about, did you want to add something first?
I think that's it. Just come on out and see us.
It's free.
The more the merrier.
We forgot to talk about that.
People have a good time, and it's just a lot of fun.
Absolutely, and it's for a good cause and to support our new improved animal shelter. A very important effort that you're doing, we were talking before the show, you had a spay and neuter for pit bull effort that was enormously successful. Now you're doing a takeoff off of that. Talk about that. That was very important.
Well, on April 1st, we started a campaign that lasted 5 days. It was called Don't Be a Fool, Spay and Neuter Your Pit Bull. In 5 days, we got 69 pit bulls spayed and neutered, and this is all at the goodwill and spirit of the people who own them. Nobody's forced to do anything. And now we're having another campaign called Be a Patriotic American, Spay and Neuter Your Pit Bull. From July 5th to July 11th, you can go to any vet in town. All of them have agreed to charge very low prices.
Oh, nice.
If you can pay for it yourself, great. If you can't, either Sammy's Friends or Pound Puppy Rescue will pay for it.
Okay.
If you can't get the dog there, call us at 471-5041 and we'll come and get the dog for you and take it there. And in addition to that, you can put your name in a hat, and whoever's name gets drawn will win $250.
Oh, my gosh.
And if you have like a mother dog and her puppies and they all get spayed and neutered, you get your name in the hat
4 times.
4, 5, 10, 12, however many puppies you have. So the more names in the hat, the better your chances.
Oh, that is an important awareness, and we know how important spay and neuter is because as we look at the shelter, the animals are out in the hallways and they're just overflowing.
And last year, between our shelter, the Grass Valley Shelter, and other rescues, about 3,000 animals were taken in, 2,000 at our shelter. That means that there's 3,000 animals that really shouldn't have been born because nobody wants them.
Nobody wants them. So,
I mean, eventually we find people that want them, but they're throwaways to the people who allowed them to be born. So please spay and neuter.
Please spay and neuter. Come out to the Adopt-a-thon this weekend. For more information, sammysfriends.org. Cheryl, thank you for a great makeover at the shelter. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate being
here.
You're
very welcome. We are out of time. Thank you for being with us. Signing off.
And I'm gone. Yeah. And I'm gone. Yes, I'm gone.